of the Wisconsin Supreme Court has passed away. How state leaders are remembering the life of former Chief Justice Shirley Abrahamson. And as Congress debates coronavirus relief for Americans, Moderna's vaccine is on its way to hospitals and nursing homes across the U.S. Plus, the Badgers are going bowling. Details on where Wisconsin will finish off its 2020 season.
This is News 3 Now at 10.
The first woman to serve on Wisconsin's Supreme Court died this weekend at the age of 87. Adam Duxter explores Shirley Abrahamson's accomplishments for more than 40 years on the bench.
I think this is the first time I'm presiding as Chief Justice of the state. So I hope we don't mess up.
Archive video from 1996 shows the first time Justice Shirley Abrahamson took charge of Wisconsin's top court as Chief Justice. But her journey started 20 years prior, when in 1976, she became the first woman, period, to serve as a Wisconsin Supreme Court Justice. Born in New York City in the 1930s, Abrahamson received degrees from both NYU and Indiana School of Law, before earning a doctorate in juridical science from the University of Wisconsin School of Law in 1962. News 3's Linda Egger sat down with both Abrahamson and the man she would replace during her inauguration nearly 25 years ago.
She'll make an excellent Chief Justice, and I predict that this court, under her, has got a great future in front of it.
She served on Wisconsin Supreme Court from 1976 to 2018, 43 years, the longest term in the court's history. During that time, she wrote more than 450 majority opinions and participated in more than 3,500 decisions, but also wrote a new history for equality in Wisconsin, saying this about former Chief Justice Edward Ryan, who roughly 100 years prior had refused a female lawyer access to the court.
His bust is out in the front room, and I pass it every day when I come to my office, and I nod to him, and I think he probably nods back, and he's smiling.
Well, in 2018, both announcing that she would not be seeking re-election while also sharing her diagnosis of pancreatic cancer. She's survived by her husband of 54 years and one son.
Governor Evers says he was devastated to learn of Abrahamson's death. Releasing a statement this afternoon, Evers said her legacy is defined not just by being a first, but by paving and lighting the way for many women and others who would come after her. U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin called Abrahamson a true public servant and said that over her 4 decades on the court, she served the people of Wisconsin as an independent, fair, and impartial justice. Let's get a look at your first warn weather with meteorologist Dana Fulton. We're expecting some flurries tonight, Dana.
We are. We might see just a few snowflakes, maybe a few raindrops swirling around for early in the day tomorrow. Not expecting much of that to stick on the ground, but it could impact your morning commute. Don't plan on that sticking around for long, though, as these temperatures expected to continue to warm. Today, of course, we were above average with highs in the low 30s. Tomorrow, it will be even milder outside. As we look at our radar, we do have a cloudy sky right now. Some folks already seeing those flurries for us out here on our patio. We don't have anything coming down just yet in Madison, but for areas to the west, likely already seeing some light snowfall. Temperatures will stay below freezing overnight, but we are steadily going to climb. And by tomorrow afternoon, we will see highs in the upper 30s, close to 40 degrees. A mild stretch before we get to Christmas, and then a cooler spell expected for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. But we'll look at your full forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Dana. Turning to our coronavirus headlines now, Wisconsin is reporting its fewest number of new cases in nearly a month. DHS and county dashboards show an increase of about 1,800 cases over the past day. The last time there were fewer than 2,000 cases in any day was November 27th, the day after Thanksgiving, when many testing sites were closed. News 3 Now's data shows the last day with fewer than 2,000 cases before that was October 6th. That was 75 days ago. Today's data doesn't mean Wisconsin is in the clear just yet. DHS says only 7,600 tests were done yesterday, meaning about a quarter of them still came back positive, and fewer tests are conducted on the weekends. 17 more people have also died, while 36,000 cases remain active. It's been nearly 9 months since the CARES Act was passed, providing aid to millions of Americans during the pandemic. But Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says that congressional leaders have reached an agreement on a new stimulus package.
There'll be another major rescue package for the American people. As our citizens continue battling this coronavirus this holiday season, they will not be fighting alone.
The new relief bill is worth about $900 billion. It includes money for schools and small businesses, as well as $300 in weekly federal unemployment benefits for the next 10 weeks. A new round of checks will also be on the way, providing $600 per adult and another $600 for every dependent in the household.
Many of us would have liked that to be higher, but at least this is the quickest way to get money into the pockets of the American people, sending their tax dollars right back where they came from.
The House will vote tomorrow on the final COVID relief package, as well as a $1.4 trillion spending bill for the new fiscal year. The holiday travel rush is already starting. The TSA says more than 1 million people were screened at U.S. airports both Friday and Saturday. That's the first time with more than 1 million screenings in back-to-back days since the start of the pandemic. The Sunday after Thanksgiving has the pandemic record with 1.17 screenings. And a CDC advisory committee is recommending that frontline essential workers and adults ages 75 and older should be the priority in the next round of vaccine distribution. The group working on immunization practices voted almost unanimously on that decision today. For the third phase of vaccinations, they suggest prioritizing adults ages 65 to 75, people with pre-existing conditions, and other essential workers. The CDC director has given the final green light for Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine, clearing the way for vaccines to be administered as early as tomorrow. As Britt Conway reports, shipping of their first batch is already underway.
A memorable moment in the pandemic. The first batch of Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine already in transit.
There is light at the end of the tunnel. There are now 2 vaccines that are approved. They are incredibly effective and efficacious.
On Sunday, workers at the McKesson Distribution Center in Mississippi packed those vaccines. Each box also included items necessary to administer the shot, like syringes and alcohol wipes. FedEx and UPS trucks packed and ready to transport across the country. Operation Warp Speed officials say 5.9 million doses of the Moderna vaccine will be shipped on Monday, with the first shots likely administered that same day.
We look forward to the vaccine. It's going to be slightly easier to distribute because it doesn't require as low temperature as Pfizer.
Distribution of the second COVID-19 vaccine comes at a critical time in the fight against the virus. Over the last week, a CNN analysis of data from Johns Hopkins University shows the U.S. averaged more than 219,000 new COVID-19 infections a day, and more than 18,000 Americans died of COVID-19 in the past week.
In the areas of California where the virus is spreading out of control, that there were a fair number of Thanksgiving gatherings between families, between people who didn't live in the same household. That may be part of the reason.
I'm Britt Conway reporting.
President-elect Joe Biden and Dr. Jill Biden are scheduled to receive their first doses of Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine tomorrow. We're following developments with the coronavirus overseas. Part of the United Kingdom will go back into lockdown during Christmas after a newly identified strain of COVID-19 has proven to spread quicker than previous strains.
It is with a very heavy heart, I must tell you, we cannot continue with Christmas as planned. In England, those living in Tier 4 areas should not mix with anyone outside their own household at Christmas, though support bubbles will remain in place for those at particular risk of loneliness or isolation.
Italy has announced it will suspend flights between the country and the UK due to new restrictions. They're the third country to have restricted travel to England over the past 2 days. With a lot of uncertainty surrounding what the spring semester will look like for many Dane County schools, parents in 2 local districts plan on protesting. Parents at Verona High School and in the Middleton Cross Plains area school district say they will protest tomorrow, both letting their school boards know they want students to safely safely return to the classroom next month. An open letter sent by parents to the Middleton Cross Plains Board of Education says they want an option for in-person education for all grades by the end of February, with a plan laid out no later than January 25th. A district spokesperson says they're aware of tomorrow's protests, but say they have no comment right now. The Badgers have the axe. Now they're going for a bowl win. Paul Christ's team will finish its season playing in the Duke's Mayo Bowl against Wake Forest. It's the 19th straight season Wisconsin will play in a bowl game. That's tied for the third longest streak in the country. Wisconsin capped its regular season with a 20-17 win over Minnesota yesterday at Camp Randall. The Duke's Mayo Bowl is scheduled to be played on December 30th at 11 a.m. in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Badgers will have one fewer quarterback on its roster for next week's game. Senior QB Jack Cohn has announced he will be transferring. Cohn missed the entire 2020 season with a foot injury. He started 18 games in his Badger career, including last year's Rose Bowl, and threw for more than 3,200 yards and 23 touchdowns. In a tweet posted by UW Football's account, Coach Christ thanked Cohn for his time as a Badger and said the New York native represented Wisconsin with class, both on and off the field. Still ahead on News 3 Now, Dana has your first warn forecast. Plus, it's been a rough year for ER nurses, but one local woman is working to make their holiday season a little bit brighter. And University Avenue will be lit up with holiday lights for just a few more days. How the show has taken on a different meaning in 2020. Stay with us.
Spread holiday cheer and save more than ever at the Century House. Right now, give $50 or more to charity and get $400 off stressless Mayfair recliners in all Paloma leather colors and $300 off most other stressless recliners. Plus, save hundreds more with $200 off every sofa seat you buy. 'Tis the season to give a little and save big on stressless furniture. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
We're going to find the perfect tree.
We're going skating. We're going to Nana's.
Wherever you go this holiday, Chevy can help you get there.
Which is why we're making our Chevy employee discount available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay.
Not a cent more. So wherever you go, happy holidays from Chevy.
Use the Chevy employee discount for everyone to get over $5,800 below MSRP on this Equinox. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Complying with national guidelines is made easy with the CEDA's commercial touchless forehead thermometer. The Instant Read LCD digital display yields an accurate body temperature reading from 2 to 4 inches within half a second. From schools, offices, shops, and all other public places, keep yourself safe and compliant with a hands-free thermometer that's easy to install and easier to use. Visit www.cedasonline.com. That is CETUSonline.com.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I solemnly swear that I will support the veterans of the
United States Armed Forces.
I will defend the Constitution
against all enemies. That I will commit
to ensuring they are
not forgotten.
And I will enable veterans to live the same life of opportunity
they have provided me. So help me God.
Hey folks, Monday morning we'll continue our coverage of the struggles of local businesses. And if you're looking for some last-minute gift ideas, we'll give you some that'll cost you less than $50. Join us Monday for News 3 Now this morning.
News 3 Now takes you inside Wisconsin's COVID crisis, beyond the statistics.
I just can't even imagine how scared and how anxious my mom must have been.
Hear deeply personal stories of people who've experienced it, including one of our own.
Names behind the numbers, Monday night at 7.
I think the hardest part for my dad is really is grief. I mean, we really weren't sure if my dad was going to survive this. They were married 54 years.
Wow.
They had never lived alone. They went from being married at 21, living with their parents, to being married. And my dad felt a lot of guilt. Why did he survive? And why didn't she? And, it breaks my heart to this day. The last time that my dad got to see my mom, he was in the hospital for a week, and they wheeled him past her ICU room to look through the glass while she was already on the ventilator. And that was the last time that my dad got to see her.
Join us tomorrow night on News 3 Now for a special report, Names Behind the Numbers. Eric Franke and Susan Simon talked to some people in our area who've lost someone important to them this year or battled COVID-19 themselves. That's special. Will air right here on WISC starting at 7 o'clock. An annual tradition at UW Health is living on this weekend. Their Holiday Love Lights show premiered this afternoon on YouTube.
Even in the best of times, caring for a sick family member or losing a loved one is extremely difficult. For the past 10 months, the COVID pandemic has made it even harder. For this reason, I think Love Lights mean more than ever this year.
Love Lights is meant to provide families and friends the opportunity to remember special people in their lives who may have spent time in the hospital this year. Lights outside University Hospital's main entrance will remain lit throughout the holidays in their honor. The names of the honorees were also posted today in a full-page ad in the Wisconsin State Journal. Donations from today's program support UW Health patients and their families through Friends of UW Health. The season of giving makes us all want to show someone how much we love and appreciate them. Gabriella Becerra shares how one woman is thanking her heroes this Christmas.
It's kind of our Christmas way of giving back to the community, and we're loving every minute of it.
Cindy Yagi and her train of helpers are making 300 care packages for ER nurses in the Madison area.
We're giving them beautiful shea butters because they've been sanitizing their hands so much, lip balms as well, chocolate, bath fizzies.
Cindy's cousin Christine inspired this project she calls Christine's Heroes.
The ER nurses were Christine's heroes, and they're our families too.
As an ER nurse, Christine worked on the COVID floor at Mercy Medical in Chicago. She died from the same illness that she worked so hard to save her patients from.
She tried to just comfort them, and she couldn't take the place of their family, but she certainly was a comforting angel that could be with them at that very difficult time.
Through Christine's eyes, Cindy saw how challenging the pandemic is on both frontline workers and their patients.
We did lose a beloved family member to COVID, and we've lost others, in our family as well.
So this holiday season, she is saying thank you, not only to our nurses, but also Christine.
I honestly feel that she's here with us today, so I feel her presence here, and I just know the generosity of everybody that's come forward to help us. I think we've had some intervention up above helping us out here.
And even you can help make Cindy's Christmas wish come true.
Reach out to your loved ones, make sure that they know that they're loved, reach out to those that are shut in, do something to pay it forward during this period of time.
In Verona, Gabriella Becerra, News 3 Now.
Cindy and family will drop off the boxes at local hospitals, UW, SSM Health St. Mary's, Meriter, and the VA this week. Gift boxes will also be delivered to Christine's team in Chicago. Let's get a look at your first warned weather with Dana Fulton. Some flurries tonight, but not too much snow.
Not too much snow, no. Not worried about much of this sticking on the ground, but it may make a few spots slick tomorrow morning. Anytime we add in a little bit of precipitation, things get a little slick on the road. So as we look at our radar right now, still calm for downtown Madison, but as we look to the western edge of the state, starting to see some light snow in parts of Grant, Crawford, and Richland counties. That's going to continue to build east, and we'll steadily see that snow making its way into the center of Dane County once we get closer to midnight. So that light snow possible for tonight into early Monday morning. Sun expected for Tuesday, and then temperatures by the end of the week dropping quite a bit. It is going to be cold outside for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Those overnight lows dropping down to the single digits. So overnight, we're mostly cloudy. As we get closer to about 3-4 o'clock, we start to see some light snow moving through. But by sunrise, that's pretty much off to the east. So most of it's done falling by the time you have to get on the roads early in the day if you're someone still commuting in for work. But it still might be a little slick in a few spots as temperatures will be pretty close to freezing. So it might be a little bit of a mix also. Some raindrops and some snowflakes coming down. For tomorrow afternoon, high temperatures will be near 40 degrees, very mild for the end of December. Early Tuesday morning, we're back in the 20s for overnight lows. And in the afternoon, partly sunny skies expected with high temperatures in the mid to upper 30s, thanks to that breeze coming in at the south. It will be a little breezy outside late in the day Tuesday, but also quite mild again for the start of the week. As we look at this 6 to 10 day outlook and 8 to 14 day outlook, I know I said Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, likely cold, but it's really just those 2 days. After that, very likely we will be trending above average with our temperatures, and we might start to trend a little bit above average with some rain or snow chances. Not seeing a lot of opportunities for any snow to pass through, but it's something that we will be, of course, keeping a close eye on. High temperatures tomorrow will be in the upper 30s. Light snow possible early on in the day, maybe mixed with a little rain at times. Otherwise, we do have that wind also factored in later on. Wind speeds anywhere from about 10 to 20 miles per hour. So we're mild for the start of the week, and then temperatures noticed for Thursday and Friday cooling down quite a bit. We'll see afternoon highs dropping below average, and those overnight lows will be down in the single digits. So a very chilly start to the day for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. By the weekend, though, we're back up closer to average with a few more chances for light snow late Sunday and by the middle of next week. But overall, again, quite a December-y forecast with those light snow chances. But seeing 41 on there right before Christmas Eve, Amanda, that's a little mild for us right now.
That is pretty mild. And we've had a lot of snow melt, but there's still some out there.
There is still some in spots, and that's probably going to go down a little bit more also tomorrow with those warmer temperatures.
All right. Thanks so much, Dana. Coming up on News 3 Now, while some holiday traditions are being put on hold this year, meet the Marshall woman who's creating new ones. That's next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Dear Grandma, this year's gonna be a special holiday. It will be different being so far away, but Mom says it will be better to be safe. So I'm sending your present in the mail. Stay safe, Grandma. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Toyotathon is on. Now's the time to get a great deal on Tacoma, RAV4, Camry, and more.
I'll take it.
I'll get this wrapped up for you. I wish I hadn't just unwrapped it.
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2021 Camry or 2021 RAV4.
Toyotathon is on. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites and always a smile.
The holiday season, and as is often the case, magic was found in an unlikely place. Molly tried her best to make introductions. Dad couldn't see past his grown-up assumptions. But thanks to fresh ham and warm apple pie, Dad was finally able to see with fresh eyes. With the freshest assortment to make everyone's faves, the happiest holidays start with Pick and Save.
Yeah? I switched to GEICO and got more. More savings on car insurance? They helped with homeowners, too. Okay. Plus, motorcycle, boat, and RV insurance. GEICO's got you covered. Like a blanket.
Houston, you seeing this?
GEICO. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
Dear Grandma, this year's gonna be a special holiday. It will be different being so far away, but Mom says it will be better to be safe. So I'm sending your present in the mail. Stay safe, Grandma. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. The pandemic has canceled many holiday events this year, but some traditions are still going. That includes the University Avenue Holiday Lights Display. It's a Madison tradition that's been going for 25 years, thanks to the Camera family. 228 trees make up the display that brings joy and holiday spirit to the Madison community.
And actually, the number of lights on all of those trees is greater than all of the lights that are on the Rockefeller Plaza tree, the big tree in New York City. So this is our sort of our singular, display.
The light display is on 24/7 throughout the holidays. In the village of Marshall, some holiday traditions are taking on new life. Abby Schinderly explains how one woman is taking matters into her own hands and finding a creative way to celebrate the holidays with her community.
Home for the Holidays has taken on an entirely new meaning in 2020, and Julie Burgles had had enough. Which is why she decided to organize a caroling parade hosted by the Marshall Area Business Association.
Just hope it relieves them a little bit of anything that they have been dealing with. Maybe bring a little hope to their life that we will get things back on the calendar.
Burgles and her neighbors are still able to spread holiday cheer, just from a safe distance.
We're not a large community, but we care for each other as many communities do, and they're all trying so hard to bring something exciting to their residents, I guess. And so that's what we're trying to do as well.
Merry Christmas, everyone! She says she hopes the parade helps those who are unable to see their loved ones this year.
If we can bring joy to them, that's awesome.
A special guest even made a surprise appearance.
The elves have been working overtime just so we could make it here.
Hoping to share a holiday message.
We got to make sure that we keep love in our hearts and enjoy the Christmas time.
The Marshall Police and Fire Departments joined in on the festivities as well. The idea all coming from Burgle's own tradition of driving around to see Christmas lights with her daughters.
In the middle of the night one night, I thought, oh my gosh, wouldn't that be fun for our community and for a lot of people that are stuck home.
Now a new tradition she hopes will continue next year with the same positive response.
At most of the parade, I'll probably be in tears of joy.
In Marshall, Abby Schinderly, News 3 Now.
The parade route also passed by 2 of Marshall's senior homes, hoping to cheer up those who are unable to be with their loved ones this year. A final check of your First One forecast when we return.
With Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields online. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Call or click today.
The holidays are a time for giving.
To your friends, your family,
To your teachers.
in that spirit of giving.
Chevy's proud to give our employee discount to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay
Is what we pay.
Not a cent more.
because giving and giving back is what the holidays are all about.
Use the Chevy employee discount for everyone to get a total value of over $8,400 on this Silverado.
Get the Chevy employee discount for everyone today.
Wisconsin restaurants take your health seriously. That's why so many have invested in your safety. Restaurants taking the Ready to Serve Safely pledge have committed to providing the safest environment possible to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Support restaurants committed to your safety in whatever way you feel most comfortable. Dine in, carry out, curbside, drive-through, or delivery. Check out safediningwisconsin.com for a listing.
I have the power to lower my blood sugar and A1C.
Because I can still make my own insulin, and Trulicity activates my body to release it, like it's supposed to.
Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It's not insulin, and I only need to take it once a week. Plus, it lowers the risk of cardiovascular events.
Trulicity isn't for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it, you or your family have medullary thyroid cancer, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, belly pain, and decreased appetite, which lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I have it within me to lower my A1C.
Ask your doctor about Trulicity.
Let's get to it, America. Because joy doesn't just happen. You make it happen. And during the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event, we're helping you make even more joy. Come get the best deals of the season with offers on select Ford SUVs and Ford Fusion. Everything you need to make the holidays brighter than ever. That's how we're making joy this season. How will you? Hurry in for the final days. Get Fusion with 0 for 66 financing plus $1,500 cash back and $2,000 trade assist or lease for $199.
To the thousands of Herzing University nursing and healthcare alumni, for your tireless commitment, and to all of your brave colleagues across America, we say thank you.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
So Dana, some flurries tonight, but nothing that's really going to stick.
Nothing that should stick, and if anything does try to stick in the morning, it will melt away in the afternoon. Those temperatures later in the day will be in the upper 30s for Monday. Tuesday, partly sunny in the mid to upper 30s for Wednesday. Plan on cloudy skies with temperatures in the low 40s early in the morning and then falling through the afternoon as we start to have a little bit of some light rain mix develop late in the day that transitions over to light snow and continues into early Christmas Eve morning. It should cut off for us during the day for Christmas Eve, but it is going to be cold outside behind that system. High temperatures Thursday and Friday near 20, overnight lows dropping down to the single digits. And then as we look ahead to the following week, high temperatures rebounding a little bit. Seems like we will trend closer to average.
All right, thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.